Hello everyone, and thank you for joining my first ever whiskey review. Today we are reviewing Crown Royal XO. Just got the shipment in today from the FedEx driver, and pretty excited about it. Was actually just in Canada over the weekend and got a chance to get my hands on 3 bottles of Cask 16, which, as you probably know, has been discontinued in the U.S. since about 2012. So that actually is a nice smooth transition into the Crown Royal XO. As you may or may not know, Crown Royal XO is also a cognac barrel stored Crown Royal product. Because of the backlash and popularity of the Crown Royal Cask 16, it is at least my speculation that Crown Royal decided to then launch XO, which is great because it's not only supposedly similar in flavor, but the price point is much, much better, especially what I got it at. I actually purchased these bottles online for $36.99. I've seen them as high as $80 throughout the country. It's kind of depends on the market. But yeah, I got a chance to get my hands on these for $36.99. Couldn't be happier about it. That's about the price point you're going to get, maple or black or, things like that. So here we go. Let's start with the box. It's kind of a blend between your traditional Crown, your maple, your black, and then the higher end, the Cask 16s and the XR. Kind of like the riveting look right here. Tell a nice little story on the back about the product. And, kind of how it was crafted. You crack open our bottle here, and it's in a really nice gray container, or gray bag, Crown Royal bag. And there you are. Crown Royal XO, blended Canadian whiskey. Very, very similar. I told you I was in Canada. Very similar to the limited edition bottle. XO limited edition. I really like the topper on this. I think it's a nice touch. On the nose, I'm not getting quite the fruity notes that I did in the Cask 16, which makes that my favorite Crown product in the line. Let's pour a drab and see what we think. As you can see, I'm actually going with a wine glass. Very, very similar in terms of functionality, in my opinion, to a Glencairn. But, much more easy to access. Mine are dirty. My Glencairns are dirty right now, so that's why I'm going with this, and I couldn't wait. As soon as this thing got in the mail, I had to try it. Put this guy back in the box. And here we are. Let's give this a nice look. Very, very similar in color, I think, from the Crown Cask 16. Nice legs, nice creamy legs. Let's see. Very, very nice amber pew to it. Yeah, I'm getting much more of an astringent smell than you do the Cask 16. I'm picking up some of the grape, a little more leathery than I like, preferably, but almost comes off like a bourbon, a little more rich than a traditional Canadian whiskey. On the palate, here it goes. Yeah, to me, what I'm getting is it tastes like a cheaper version of Cask 16. I tell you what, I was anticipating a much more comparable product to the Cask 16 Not quite getting that. It almost tastes like the process maybe was abbreviated. The time in the casks, the cognac casks maybe have been abbreviated a bit, because you're just not picking up as much as you do the cask 16. Again, a little more harsh than your cask 16. Little, getting a little bit of a lemon zest. That also could come with the bitterness that I'm tasting. But I am definitely catching more than you do, with a traditional Crown product. I think it's a very solid Canadian whiskey for what Canadian whiskey is in terms of its personality. But I have to say I'm slightly disappointed. I mean, it says, Master Blender pays homage to the distinguished tradition by finishing our finest whiskeys and cognac casks from the Limousin Forest in France. This handcrafted approach creates a unique XO blend. An extraordinary whiskey deliciously balanced with hints of vanilla, spice, and rich dried fruit, closing with an impeccable smooth finish. Very, very similar, again, in the description to cask 16, thus my excitement. I'm going to give it maybe 6 out of 10 in terms of a star score. That being said, with the price point that I was able to ascertain the bottles, it's a good value. But once you're looking at getting up to $50 or so, I'd probably pass and either spring for an XR, see if you get your hands on some different Canadian whiskey, or even the cask 16. So, well, that's it for my first review. Hope everyone enjoyed it, and please keep an eye out for more videos coming soon.